What's up, dudes? Butternut squash might mean something. I just sitting here, just starting my day musing, and Spirit was like, why don't you explain? So in the last video, there's a clip from Peter Santinello. If you've never watched his YouTube channel, you should. It's totally amazing. This man goes into different communities all around the United States. And sometimes communities that have like stereotypes about them, the hood, the holler. I hear from the hood to the holler. They'll go into Appalachian hollers, sit and talk with people, and they tell about their community. You really get a feel for people. He'll go into the poorest neighborhood in Detroit, and then a local person will drive them around, show them the city, tell about what it's like to have been there, all that kind of stuff. And the cool thing about his channel is that I'm sure he talks to, assholes. I mean, I guess maybe all the time, but there's cool people in every fucking city. And the cool people say, whoever the guide is like, come check out these cool people. And he'll bring them to a restaurant or a small business or something. And they're super cool. And so that's when you learn, like, not all people are totally fucking racist. Not all people are totally exclusionary. People who had to live in systematic poverty are actually pretty cool people because they're more enlightened. And so that's how he helps you see different parts of the United States through a different lens, through the local person's lens. And so that's really cool to see. But he was just in a big city, and the transmissions that came through was, a person's character is his destiny. Want to see what the far left has done? Question mark. The political correct movement has gone primarily crazy. What the actual fuck? And then Spirit wants us all to watch this video that Peter Santinello just released about drug use in a major city, and where politically correctness has kind of rolled into huge enabling. And what's that doing? And it's out of control. And he's traveled all around the world, apparently. He said he's seen some pretty drug-addled places. But this place in the United States of fucking America is by far the worst. People in the middle of sidewalks, just high on heroin, face down on the sidewalk. Thousands of needles on the train tracks. I think they said like 100,000 or something. This is happening in the United States of America. So, Soul School extra credit. Thought exercise. When does political correctness become primarily crazy? And what would you do if this was your town? Okay. I'll put, now remember, all of my readings are interactive, and I'll put that video of his down in the comment section of this reading, the link. Right now, I have no electricity. I'm crossing my fingers it'll go on today. Oh, but is supposed to go on tomorrow. Oh my god. I got a pizza in a fucking cooler in a Ziploc bag with ice right now. Yeah, got it last night. Yes, that's what I'm eating today. But I will do my Starseed transmissions for all these past readings. So just make sure, if you are new to the channel or if you haven't looked at the transmissions, you're missing out on the second cool part. And all of my readings are interactive. So make sure you check the comment section of each reading. And my readings are on YouTube at the moment. And find where this originated in and look in the comments section. There will be links, like the link to his video. And so I understand that some people are scared to click links, and I totally get it. So I try to put, I just usually when my computer's working, I just copy and paste the title. But now I have to like type it out because I have to do everything through my phone right now. And so I do put the title of it and then the link. And so if you don't feel comfortable clicking my link, you can type the title in the search on YouTube and that video will pop up. But I promise my links will just go straight to that video. Alright, so there's the message. Peace out, love ya. Yeah, a whole bunch of people might be having a collapse of false reality, paradigm shifts, towers, can no longer ignore insults to intelligence, like all around. Alright. Okay, so here's some extra credit. Yeah, I just had Spirit, I need these on. Well, no I don't. I just had Spirit say, explain systematic poverty, how you get stuck in it. So, I hear redlining. Yeah, I'm looking at a red cord might mean something. So in the past, there was the technique that major cities used to do called redlining. And so you pick, how I understand it is, you pick an area of the city where you say, that's where we're going to keep our poor, our degenerate, or our drug-addled people. It's the ghetto. And so the rent is usually cheaper there. And so people get born there. I hear in the ghetto. Okay. I hear candy. So, you live in this redlined area, and so imagine a map of a city, and somebody has taken a red line and highlighted this part and said that's the ghetto. Now, since there's so much crime due to systematic poverty, no businesses will move into that redlined area because they can't get business insurance, because the insurance companies has said this is a redlined area. So all the people that live there or were born there, they don't have a grocery store. That's how food deserts happen. And they try, like they say they don't do redlining anymore, like technically. Like that was a technical thing they did. But it still is the same thing. I hear systematic poverty. So the only stores that would go there and set up small businesses, that kind of stuff, or a big store like Walmart or Dollar Tree will go there because they can handle the loss if there's a big loss. If you think about the Dollar Tree, they have a lot of stock in that store, but it doesn't cost a lot of money. And if you haven't been in a Dollar Tree lately, everything is now $1.25 because they got cooler shit. They got an aisle, the like $3, $5 aisle. And they got groceries with a freezer and refrigerated stuff. So people only have the option of maybe like a dollar store, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, something like that. If they're really lucky, a Walmart or a Target. Or a convenience store. Some people call them bodegas. And that's where people get their groceries. Now think about the convenience store or the bodega that's closest to you. And think about how expensive it would be to pay those prices for everything you ate all the time. Now I'm thinking about the man who gave the bodega challenge. Spirit wants us to learn about him. He's not the same religion as the majority of people in the United States are. But his personal religion taught him to share with everybody, be helpful. He's a light worker. It's a man he went viral some years back. Kids come into his convenience store, his bodega. He asks them a math question. If they get it right, he gives them 5 seconds, 10 seconds, however long, to run through the store and grab whatever they want. He knows those kids don't got no money in their pocket and they're hungry. So that brings you to the $10 welly lesson. Wellies, galoshes, rubber boots. In Ireland, they call them wellies. So you have two people. One person who lives in the ghetto and one person who lives in Poshville, we'll call it. And they both are going to work. They're both working the same job. Poshville person goes and buys a $50 pair of wellies. No problem. He has it in his budget. Well, he was born into more advantages. It costs less to live because he's got a Costco right down the street, which membership, no problem. Yeah, everything is cheaper living in Fancyville. So he paid $50 for his wellies. The dude living in the ghetto rides the bus to work, and he only has access to something with dollar in the title. And he walks in and he buys the $10 pair of wellies. So they both go do their job. At the end of the season, the man with the $50 wellies, they look brand new, perfect. They're high-end wellies. They'll last that man now for the rest of his life. He will never have to buy a pair of wellies again. The dude in the ghetto, at the end of the season, his wellies are all ripped apart. They're junky $10 wellies, meant only for a season. So next season comes. Dude in Poshville doesn't have to pay anything. His wellies from last year is still working. The dude in the ghetto has to go to dollar wherever, buy another $10 pair of wellies. After 5 years, both of these men have paid the same amount for their footwear, except the dude in the ghetto has bare feet. He doesn't have anything to show for it. The 6th year, it's become more expensive to be poor and to work that job. The 7th year, it becomes even more expensive. The 8th year, even more. 9th year, 10th year, it's double the expense than the dude living in Poshville. That's why systematic poverty, people living in systematic poverty, are constantly living paycheck to paycheck. They can never invest. There's nothing in the budget to buy the $50 pair of wellies. They can only afford and they can only find processed food that's cheap. So that's how easy it is to get stuck in systematic poverty. So the ironic thing is, that's why I never will like really rip on anybody for where they shop. I mean, sign of the times, shopping has changed. It's what it is. It sucks what happened to mom and pops. It's what it is. And so the interesting thing was, and I have another reading where I made some chicken wings, and we kind of talked about this too, where I was eating my chicken wings outside at night by the light of that solar lantern. I got that a couple years ago at the Dollar Tree for $5. I was like, I don't even know if that's gonna work. Jasper? Oh, my dog's smelling the garden. I said, I don't even know if that's gonna work. $5? I hung it there. Whoops. Like 2 years ago. And haven't moved it since. I live in Minnesota with sub-zero temperatures in the winter. It's been hanging there the whole time. It's been through several major storms, 2 deep freezes in the winters, and it still fucking works. $5. And it still fucking works. And it works really good. And it's cute, and it kind of does like a flicker. The poor shall rise again. Oh, no.